Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Catch, and I am back. Happy New Year for the hashtag 50 stack challenge number 4. So this is the first day. So if you have never done one of the 50 stack challenges, this would be a great time to jump in and give it a try. You do not have to do every single week. If there is a prompt that you're not crazy about, just don't do that week and then come back the next week and do it again. If you miss some, just jump in at any time, or you can go back and see the videos from past days or whatever. So don't stress about any of it. And you don't have to start this week. You could start next week or whenever it works for you. So no biggie. What we're going to do this time is you can use any substrate that you want to use, just like we did in the last 50 stack challenge. And you will, I'll draw 2 prompts just like I've always done, and you do 2 pieces of ephemera, or you can do collages, whatever art form that you'd like to do. I'm trying to build up ephemera, so I'm going to make 2 pieces of ephemera, one for each of the prompts. So every week I will draw out of this bag. I don't make a list to put out, so if you ask me today for a list for this one, I don't have a list because every week I draw 2 prompts out of the bag. So I don't know until I draw the prompts on Monday. Then I'll do it every Monday. So it's just a once a week challenge. You do 2 prompts, so 2 pieces of ephemera, and that's it. So I'm going to draw 2 for number 1 and number 2. Okay, prompt number 1 is tag. So I mentioned that this is going to be a challenge for different types of journals. So for example, I may draw bee, so that would be something you would make for a bee journal. This says tag, which you can obviously just make one tag, but it could also be a tag that would go into a tag journal, which is just a bunch of tags connected to each other. And I'm sure you've seen those. I've made them. Carol Laws makes them quite a bit. So if you're not sure, just type in tag journal if you're new to journaling. And a tag journal, I'm sure you'll see lots of ways to do that using some kind of hinges, usually either fabric or paper, to hinge different tags together. So I will be making a tag for a tag journal. So that's what number 1 is. So rather than maybe making a tiny tag that would go into a pocket, you might want to make a little bit bigger tag if you plan on making a tag journal. Okay, prompt number 2 is bird. So for a bird journal. Okay, so those are our 2 prompts. I'm going to get some things together and I will come right back. Okay, I am back for number 1 and number 2, tag. I have this tag pocket that we made last week using book page. So all it is 2 book pages that are still attached at the middle, but you could easily do it with 2 separate pieces of book page. And then the one is just folded enough to be smaller. You fold it closed, and then this leaves a pocket, and then you just glue across the top and across the bottom, and then it's a book page. But if you have 2 separate pieces of book page, you would use one for the back and then cut one smaller, this piece, for the front. So that's all that is. And then I just have a piece of book page that's going to go in there as a journaling card. And then for the bird one, I'm going to use this just piece of coffee dyed, I don't know even what these are, obviously the subject, place, comments, you know, it's a little like file card, but it's a little bit bigger than anything that I would use in a journal, so I'm going to cut it down so that it's smaller, but we're going to use that. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is just trim this down. I just don't want it that big, because if I use it as in a pocket or as a pocket, I only want it to be no bigger than 5.5, and I think I might even go 5. Where is that? Where's that? Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut at that line there. It's pretty straight. Okay. I just like that better. And then I'm just going to round these corners because they look kind of out of place. I'll round these too. So use things that you have, or if you've found things at like a antique store or thrift store or whatever, and it's not the right size, just make it the size that you want it. So now it would make a good pocket, or, you know, good to tuck into another pocket. And you could even use the piece you cut off as another little tag or something. So I'll save that because I don't think I'll use it today, but I'll use it another time. So we're going to start with the tag, because that was our first one. So I'm going to back this piece so that it's a little bit heftier. It's pretty flimsy. I'm just going to glue it onto a newer book page. So how you guys doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. It's my second video today, so I run out of things to say in one video, much less two. So hugs and blessings to Pat and Lorette and Celeste. Thank you guys for always such lovely, kind comments, and always watching. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. And I think I'm going to tear it again. And then I will back it with some coffee dye paper. We'll just give it that nice kind of old ruffly looking edge, which I like. If you like the cleaner edge, you can go ahead and cut it how you like it. Yeah, so we're still in our windy, icky, awful day out there. It's dark and cloudy and windy. I think we're gonna obviously probably get a storm. We weren't supposed to. It was supposed to start to warm up, but I think somebody oopsed, because it's looking pretty yucky out there. But it is that time of the year. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful new year. I haven't had mine yet, but plan on spending it with family, so that will be fun. Yeah, I hope you're all safe and well. Well is the big one. I keep hearing everybody's got one sickness or another. It's so hard in the winter to stay healthy, cooped up in the house, as we are. Unless you're in warmer climates, we are probably out enjoying the sunshine, which would be lovely. All right, so for this one, I'm going to use, let's see here. I want to use this on the front. That's a Tim Holtz piece. I just inked it. And then this is from Medieval Mirage. It's a piece that I had left over from a journal I did quite some time ago. But it goes so nicely with these flowers that I thought that's perfect to go on there. And I would want just a little bit of fabric. You could use fabric, but I'm going to use paper. I'm going to use some of my pinky paper. I think I don't have yellow. I'll have to make some yellow. That would be pretty. Could use my white. There's a different paper in here. I don't know, maybe I don't want pink. Let's see what the white looks like. Just a little bit of this one under. I just want a little bit of background, you know, of some kind. Just a little. Oops. So all these are in my Etsy shop if you are interested. I have the white cream colored embroidery. I think I called it cream embroidery. And then the pretty pink pages, and I also have blue, the beautiful blue backgrounds. If that's anything that you're looking for. off down there. And we'll just snip the top corner. That will work, I think, just to give it a little something other than just the book page. I might use a little doily too. So yeah, what you guys doing? Anything fun? Do you guys play games on New Year's? Or I know a lot of people go out, but I don't like two people that much. So I usually stay. I'll go to, you know, like somebody's house or something like that if they're having a little get together. That's fine. Just not a partier. And then I'll just trim that little corner there. That one I already backed when we did our video together, making the book page pockets. They are very fun to make. You can do so many different ones. I think I do want a little doily or something on there. Maybe a corner of doily. It's very quiet. My daughter is out reading while I do this. Love these doilies. These ones were gifted to me very kindly. They're vintage ones. You can find them every once in a while if you're lucky, but they're kind of tricky to find. Or you have to buy gigantic, huge packages of them, and obviously, I mean, that's great, but you can only use so many doilies. It's not like we use them all the time for serving and everything like they used to do. Work. Put that on there. I love these big flowers, but I don't use them very often because a lot of times they're too big for things. But for these kind of tags, they're fun. And then, so, again, this would be a fun tag journal. You could just keep making tags. You can make them different sizes too, because that's what I do quite often, is make all different sizes. Or you could just make like 6, just like this one, and then decorate them up however you want so they all go together, and then connect them with some fabric or paper hinges. I'll show you. Just in case you're new and haven't been watching my channel. I did this one, I think, yeah, it was Christmas Day's video. And it's 2 tags, and these tags have pockets in them too, so that you can have a card or whatever in there. But I just put a piece of fabric all the way down to hold that together. So then, you know, you could keep going and adding more to it if you wanted to. And there's all kinds of different bindings that people do to make tag journals. So definitely watch a few videos on that. I've done a few. I know Carol Laws, like I mentioned, she's done quite a few. So definitely have a look at that because they are very fun to make. Maybe up the top. These are in my grungy wallpaper digital. Oops, cut too far down. Sorry, I didn't have this cut out. I didn't think of it until just now. But yeah, I've used paper hinges where you just put, like you would flip open your book this way and put part of your paper, like just a little strip of paper, fold it in half, put half here and half on the next tag, half here, half on the next tag. And then you just keep doing that to every tag that you add. And you can do it with all different, like I said, size tags or all the same size tags. You can do it with different pieces of ephemera. I just have recently done videos on like ephemera journals all hinged together. I'll put it up here, I think. Okay. So that one's good. I don't like how there's glue on this, but I might take some rubbing alcohol and get that off of there. All right, so this one, I'm going to put these basically in the middle because it's pretty clear. That's a good spot, but I think I want a piece of this one here. It's going to end up covering most of that up, isn't it? Maybe we'll take a little bit of this off. And make it a little less. So you can see a little bit of the book page. And if you rip the paper away like I'm doing, you won't see the white edge like this on the piece that you know, want to put on. Or if you tear it towards you instead of away from you, you will see the white edge. So it just depends on the look that you want. Yeah, something like that I think will be good. Trying to be better about remembering that we have new people that haven't ever made journals or maybe have made one or whatever, so be mindful of that. All right, we need just maybe a little bit of doily. I know you're not seeing hardly any of the pink, but it's okay. Just a little bit of this, maybe overlapping that. Okay, kicking my cutter. Try to remember to keep it at my feet so it's around. Oh, darn, come on. Getting crazy with the glue stick again. Let me try this piece. Might be better. Yeah, I think that would work just like it is. Yeah, that wind is just tearing out there. It's crazy today. I didn't even go to the post office because I'm like, I don't even want to deal with that today. It's whipping that hard. Okay, I think that will work beautifully. So that will just go right in there. And then you, like I said, you could easily hook multiples together and have it flip and close. I didn't realize, but I got it just a little wide. Let me trim that just a tiny, tiny bit. I don't want it hanging out of the pocket like that. I'm gonna do it on the other side. I like that edge over there with the different layers. Thought I had it just the right size, but of course not. Okay, that's perfect. All right, so that one's all ready if it were to go in a tag book, or, you know, it could go in any journal, but tag journals are a thing. So, and I probably will miss certain styles of journal and all of that, but we may do another one of these, so don't worry if it doesn't come up. And like I said, if there's a week that you are like, I'll never make a journal, or I'll never even use the piece, then hopefully there's not any of those for you. But I know not everybody does every style of journal, so. All right, I have this I kind of want to use, but the problem is the bird. I don't know how I want to do that. I didn't figure that one all out. Put this down just as a backing bit. Could also use one of these. Let's just try, see what that looks like. I don't know if that will. Go. Okay, I think we'll use this. I think that'll work better. So I think I'm just going to glue it down where I want it, and then I'll trim off the rest. So that's just tissue paper that I stamped, but you can, you know, of course, use like Tim Holtz tissue paper, or you know, regular decorative tissue paper. I'm just going to put the glue directly onto the card. And this was sewing tissue that I stamped. but you can do it with just, you know, white tissue. Sometimes you can find this color of tissue that's plain. This one's kind of glossy on the back. I think you could still write on it though. It's better if you wait till it dries. Sorry, I had to do the far reach. This is just a fine sanding block. Works well with tissue to get the edges. Smooth them out a little bit. I would, like I said, again, wait until it dries if I were, you know, just doing this on my own. Because you'll just get a better result if you do that. Sorry, trying to get the... My glue is being difficult. Okay, I still think I want to use this. I might just cover that. I don't think I'm that crazy about those words. And this comes out of one of those books I got on Amazon that years ago. I've had for like 20 years that have just all different like Victorian style ads or art or, you know, all those kind of things. Let me switch up the bird here. I don't know. I'm gonna grab some other things. Hold on just a second. Okay, I grabbed a few more things. I should have thought of that, but I didn't. There's always something that comes up that I wasn't thinking of, or whatever. Whatever the case may be. Just like these ripped up. I don't like them when they're all perfectly new. These are all just Tim Holtz ephemera pieces, the stamp included. And the bird, I think I got from Tracy Fox. I know Rachel has birds. There's lots of birds. There's lots of people that have birds. They're pretty easy to find. And if you don't like inking, you don't need to ink. I like it. So. I feel like it adds a lot, especially when you're making vintage sort of style journals, or even nature. Just fits. Okay, so the bird, I do need to ink, but let me get this. Okay, I want it about like so. And again, if you see my hand and looks gross, it is gross. I burn it with a hot glue gun, so And thank you to everybody who mentioned it and said, you know, sorry. It's just one of those dumb things that we do to ourselves. Done it a million times. You'd think you'd learn, but you don't. You just don't. And then burnt it on the oven too. It was a good weekend for burning myself. It's so funny because you go ages and ages and ages sometimes without doing that, and then it's fine now. It doesn't hurt now, but it did. Silly, silly. It's usually when you're rushing and not paying close attention is when you do it, which is pretty much this time of the year. Let's put a little something. Oh, I know. This one's just all numbers. And then we can add and maybe this is just wallpaper with a texture on it. So if you have old wallpaper, oh, that didn't look very well. Old wallpaper that has a texture works pretty good. Usually. It's not wanting to do it today. Maybe I'm not pressing in the right spot. There we go, got a little more that time. Just make some marks. That's all. All right, so there is our bird. Let me grab the tag. Find where I stuck it now that I buried it. So number 1 is tag for our tag book or journal, and bird for a bird journal. And this one has the little piece that comes out. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.